Alright, so I just got this full air a few days ago. Runs good. It's a Kazuma Falcon 110, 110 cc's, basically, well, 106. 4-stroke engine, 3-speed semi-automatic transmission, basically an automatic clutch, and basic gearing. It's just that where the clutch would be, there's just a foot brake. It goes to the back brakes, and then the handle brake is the front brake. So, electric start, there is no kickstart, unfortunately. At least it does have electric start. Sounds really good, it's very quiet. Probably because it has a huge muffler on the back of it. Or just because they're quiet engines. Go ahead and start it up. This is my little hot wire right here. It's just 2 wires that you twist together. There's some other wires, but I don't know what they go to. But all it does, that wire does is just basically a ignition switch. Used to be there, but it wasn't there when I got it. So, well, it is in the manual. Here's a little small gear indicator. It's got a horn, headlights, even though it doesn't work for some reason. Go ahead and start it up. I needed it. Two things I had a problem with was the battery was bad, so I just put this little one in there, and the solenoid was bad, which I just put a standard lawnmower battery in. Starter in there. Solenoid. Here's the old solenoid. No good. It just clicks. But yeah, this one works. Let's go ahead and start it up. Very quiet. Sounds good too. Don't know what the heck that was. That was with no choke, and that was a cold start also. It goes very slow for some reason because, well, the clutch is messed up. It's an automatic clutch, so I'm guessing the pads are worn out or the drums gone bad. But anyway, got it for real cheap. The guy at the scrapyard let me trade 460 pounds of scrap metal and $1, and he gave it to me. So yeah. Here's the 12 horsepower engine on that Toro. I think I had in a few videos ago. Here's what the inside looks like. It seems to be looking okay, except that had just a little bit of dirt in there, and when I turn over the flywheel, I hear this like it sounds like bearing is on. That's just screws over here sticking to the magnet. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's not the little starting bearings right there. Something on the synchro balancer, which I'm not exactly sure, or it could be the bearings in this thing. Can't necessarily tell. But I cleaned it up. This thing looked like it was painted with black paint, but it had oil all over the inside. I took some WD-40 and just sprayed it in there, let it sit for a while, then washed it out, flushed it out with some water, and it looks really good now. And the front does. Camshaft seems to be okay. I don't know really how the heck it messed up. I mean, you know, when you run an engine with that oil, something bad's gonna happen. Something's gonna lock up. Piston looks okay. Those little shavings are just from the head gasket right here, because that stupid head gasket was gone bad. not why it wasn't starting. It had plenty of compression. Still does. Doesn't seem to be any wear on the cylinder except for normal wear from just running the engine. But you know, the valves seem to be okay. It seems a little bit easier to turn over, considering since I sprayed WD-40 all inside this thing and then oiled it back out. One thing is, don't leave these sitting out, because I just found out when you leave these sitting out, these will rust. The cams will rust, the sinker balance will rust, and obviously your bore will rust. That's a cast iron bore, I think. I don't have the shroud with me right now. Head seems to be okay. I got a few extra head gaskets from some other engines that probably fit on there. I know one of them is a 12 horse one. This is a 12 horse, so it should fit. There's another 12 horse at the scrapyard I'm thinking about getting. There's two snappers. Not sure about getting them yet because I have to have a lot of metal to trade them for. So yeah, this is the blower I've been working on. Just need a carburetor for it basically to get it running, and a gas tank. One thing is, don't ever get, well, I'm not sure if it's just this brand or if it's all brands, but Home Light, they're just a piece of crap. They sound really good and everything, but I mean, this was just easily broken off. The reason why I did tear this thing apart was because the intake port was all just busted off. So the carburetor, the guy said it ran fine until that happened, so trying to beat it. I don't know, I'm just messing around with this thing. Never taken apart a two-stroke before. So yeah. And also, don't ever get these cheap Walmart ratchets. Otherwise they will end up just not even, yeah, made in China, don't get it. Get a Craftsman, they will last forever. And you can get, no pages. I just got this kit, this little metric and standard set from Walmart, basically. So, I mean, I've got plenty of these. It's just that my dad gets kind of mad at me when I take all his tools out. So all that I use is this ratchet. So yeah, that's what's been going on. New project, four-wheeler. Really want to get it running because mainly right now I just use it to drive back and forth to my little trailer house down in the woods. Because it's like when the engine's hot, it doesn't want to drive too good. But it'll drive better when it's cold. And I'm not sure what this is leaking out of it, but some kind of, well, it was right here. Some kind of oil leaking out. Looks like differential oil. But anyway, yep, that's it.